What's up, good people? This your boy Scott Lewis, apartment gamer and more. What's up? Peace. What's going on today? We're gonna talk a little bit about the state of free agency pertaining to the Brooklyn Nets, of course, and also a little bit about how the players are manipulating with all these news of underhand deals and pay cuts, people taking cuts. I mean, that's nothing new. People taking less salary in order to get other team players involved, other players on a team. So, and how that affects the up and coming players in the NBA as far as contract is concerned. I mean, basically, when you look at it, the top 10 draft picks are guaranteed a certain salary, and then everything else is like the Wild Wild West. Clearly, it's not that easy to get the type of players on the team, not unless they already got their bag or something like that. So, yeah, I want to talk a little bit about let me bring the subject up. A little bit about players in the NBA hurting other players if they take pay cuts. And also, we're going to talk again restricted free agents. It's a nasty game. That is, restricted free agency is tough. It's real tough, man, because a lot of players, and I mean a lot of players, bet on themselves to try to get that bag. And I'm not trying to blame them for trying to get paid as soon as possible because it takes a lot just to get to that point where you could get that bag. A lot of people don't follow all these players as they get to that point in the NBA, if they get in the NBA. And once they get in the NBA, are they capable of or get that bag where they can make, 20, 30 million dollars a year? I mean, not too many players make 30 million, I believe. I don't think that's a common 30 to 40 million dollars. Now, clearly we can sit back and say we've seen players get paid 30 to 40 million dollars on teams that you might not feel like they deserve that type of money, but you got to remember teams have to spend a certain amount in order to fill a roster out. So it's not uncommon to see players that who we probably saying to ourselves as fans, oh, I don't think it's, a good thing to spend 30 or 40 million dollars on that player. But there's a lot of players who feel they deserve at least an opportunity to get that bag, and it's important to get that contract with an extended contract, 3 to 4 years, with decent salary. And as far as the NBA is concerned, there's a lot going on with this money thing, man. There's a lot of players where they take pay cuts and how that affects other players later down behind them that's trying to, get a 3 or 4 year contract, guaranteed 20 to 30 million dollars. It's not easy, especially now, this today's day and age of the NBA. with with the tiers is really difficult for these teams to get those contracts to those type of players that they can either come off the bench. I mean, it's imagine coming off the bench and you are making $30 million. I mean, $30 million is a lot of money to be giving a player to be on the bench. You got 15 players sitting on the bench, and you're going to give up $30 million per player on the bench. You won't have a team. So you can't wheel and deal if you're in that second tier, because that thing is killing teams, man. So I don't know if the owners actually designed that to bring the value down of players, but there's only a handful of players that actually can get that 40 or $50 million a year on a team, or a team potentially trying to make the playoffs at least, or make a run at the title. You have one superstar, maybe two max. They seem like they forcing teams to get off that type of money. What player you want to give $20 million coming off the bench? We got Leaf here in the house. What's up, Leaf?
What's good, bro? I mean,
What you
that's a
think?
good question. That's a good question that you just asked, and I ran into. I'll be honest with you. If that's the case, then you talking about a starting lineup that's just full of, like basically, vet minimum or undercover low paid 3 and D players.
Yeah,
If that's the case, I mean, I hate to say this to the restricted free agents, but to me they acting real uppity, bro. Like I don't really like to say it like that, bro. But
I know what you mean. You don't really want to cut them, but what you're saying is it doesn't fit today's NBA.
it doesn't fit today's NBA and it doesn't fit today's CBA neither.
Right, because this is
Because
what the players negotiated.
this is what CJ McCollum and all of these nerds basically agreed to. And I'm not saying that that's particularly the restricted free agents, but I will say this: if there's anybody that believes that Josh Giddey was worth more than what the 4 years, what was it, 4 years, $80 million that he got offered, or that Cam Thomas was more than the 2 years, 30 million that he got offered, or Kaminga was more than the 4 years, however much he got offered. Good luck, because it's very rare that you beat the business of basketball. Number one.
Right,
Number two is that neither one of them dudes have been on teams or been in positions to really showcase their entire skill set from the start of the season to a finish. You know what I'm saying? Kaminga's issue is I just like as long as Steph Curry is there, that system doesn't really work with him in it.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like they want him to run more condensed style as long as Steph Curry's there.
right,
Josh Giddey's problem is he thinks he's a lot more valuable to that Bulls team than they believe he is, and he may be right. He may be right.
right,
Cam Thomas, his issue is that only in the past 2 years he started playing 31 minutes a game, and in those past 2 years he hasn't had a set role. Now, if you could say that was because of the coaching staff, this, that, and the third, da 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 da. But
right,
the fact of the matter is, in the last 2 years, he still averaged 31 minutes a game.
right.
If that ain't no role, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the reality of their situations And Quentin Grimes, I ain't gonna lie, Quentin Grimes just trying to get something for nothing, bro. Like I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah, yeah,
Quentin Grimes, man, I'm mad I'm had to put his name in this, but Quentin Grimes just trying to get something for nothing. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
He's just trying to get something, right?
Yeah, yeah. Quentin Grimes. Listen, shout out to Quentin Grimes. He did ball out for the
He did
Sixers,
ball out.
for the Sixers last year. He had some games, but let's be fair, bro. Like, come on, come on. You know who you are.
Yeah, you're not gonna. Yeah, he don't deserve. No, I can't talk nobody's money, but what I'm saying is,
I
if
know
he,
if there's any of the names that I named, bro, that's not a starter in this league on a legitimate team, he's definitely not one of them guys.
that's for sure.
That's for sure. You know what I'm
That's for
saying?
sure.
If you want to argue, if you want to argue Kaminga, if you want to argue Giddy, that's fine. But I could promise you, bro, like if Cam Thomas goes anywhere in the next 700 something days, that is like a legitimate championship team. He's gonna be exactly what I said he was in the
Right,
entire time, and that's a six man.
right.
There's no legitimate contender that he can play for that he can start.
Yeah.
There's no legitimate playoff team that he can play for that he can start. It's none.
Not that I know of.
It's
That's for
zero.
sure.
The reason being is because the NBA doesn't value his style of play as a starter style of play, bro. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, Breezy. Oh man, bless his
Yeah,
heart, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, but I just don't believe that he really understands how this today's NBA really works.
yeah. It's going to be difficult for him to even get into a top rotation of a
Exactly.
5 man rotation with and I love Cam Thomas too,
But
but
yeah,
he would be nice to have on the team, and that's for
and
sure.
the
But
potential, just to let people know, the potential starting lineup for the Minnesota Timberwolves right now, as it to me as it stands, as a lot of people has it, Ant Man, Julius Randle, Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert, and at the one they plan on starting Dante DiVincenzo.
right,
So that whole yo, and Cam Thomas is starting over Mike Conley, and I'm like, yo, bruh. This is how much motherfucking people that's investing in Cam Thomas like that. This is how much they watch other teams. This is
yeah,
how much they. This is how much they watch other teams. They watch them at the bare minimum.
yeah, they don't know what it is to build a team. That's what it is. I I
Exactly.
I I feel what you're saying, Lee. And the bad thing about it is I don't even know if it's Cam Thomas' fault.
No, it's not. It's the fault of the quote unquote basketball gods. I hate bringing that term up.
Yeah, he just came in a bad time on
Yeah,
a bad team that was rebuilding when his career was just starting.
exactly. Well, I can't even say that because when he came in,
He came in.
it was the
It was
same year as the Kevin Durant foot on the line shot, but
right, right,
everything was just starting to break down. The bottom line
right,
is Cam Thomas wasn't as valued on this for this franchise as a lot of people think that he should be.
right.
That's the bottom line of it, bro. When he like I keep telling people when Cam Thomas was the best kept secret, that's when he was at his best. If Cam Thomas is the number one is the number one chalkboard assignment on the defense on the other team's defense game plan, then that's where the problem comes.
Yeah, because the rest of the players must be garbage, right?
Exactly. Then that means the rest of the team gotta be trash.
Not to say that Cam is trash. He has a
No,
purpose.
it's just
It's just that
the
it
only way
doesn't.
that Cam Thomas is the legitimate number one option and the best option of the team is if you have the roster that we have right now.
Right, right.
That's really it. But the thing is, I would like to believe that even with us being in quote unquote tanking mode, which I hate that term too.
Yeah, I
The
don't mess
bottom
with
line
it.
is that we don't have nobody that we are all the way invested in.
Right. Not
We
not
don't.
not not right now. We don't.
Not right
No.
now. We just don't. Now, Yegor is only a beacon of hope because of where he was drafted.
Right.
He
You
was
drafted
drafted
him.
in the top 10.
Right. Right. Right.
MPJ is only a beacon of hope because he's doing a lot of media right now and he gets paid $38 million.
Yeah, you got to remember that he did come into the league as uh quote unquote some people saying a Kevin Durant type player
Yep.
where he could score on all three levels and he
And
had
you
the
can
height, the
argue
length.
and you can argue without those injuries, he might have been just as good.
Right, he might have been.
He might have been half of what Kevin Durant was,
Right,
at least.
right.
And we gotta note the fact that Cam Thomas turned down a 2-year, $28 million deal to get a $6 million qualifying offer. And now he got to prove himself in front of a dude that's making $38 million in MPJ. Who you think you really, if you really, really, truly believe that Cam Thomas is going to be taking more shots than MPJ when they both out there in the court, you're
Oh
crazy.
yeah, that's not going to happen.
There's no way a dude that's making $6 million is
Well,
taking more shots
well,
than
the best
than a
thing
dude that
Cam
made.
can do for his career is actually show improvements in other parts of his game. If he can do that, then it'll be good. Maybe not with the Nets. Maybe
If
not with the Nets, but
if
as
if he
far
if
as
he
being
does
on another team,
if he does do that, he's gonna have to do it in a way that's structured to where the team could
the
actually
way Jordy would
use
want him
him.
to go. Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the way the team could actually use him. So because
Right.
like don't get me wrong, if he gets great at that individually, then great. But the thing is, everything that he's lacking as a superior athlete, bro, it goes into the fact that he has to be as good as he is at basketball in terms of footwork and planting and positioning and making the moves and the step backs and the side steps. These are things as a basketball player he excels at. But what gets you to that second and that third and that fourth gear is your athletic ability
Yeah. Yeah.
and how elite your athletic ability is. There's a reason why Donovan Mitchell was still putting up 40 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah. He's
reason why.
athletic. He's
Yeah,
athletic.
because he can step outside of himself and become the athletic machine that he was coming out of Louisville.
Right. Right. I know
You know
what
what
you
I'm
mean.
saying?
I
So
know he's explosive.
when you don't have when you lean on a lot of difficult shot making and a lot of and a lot of breaking down 1v1 and doing everything you can to get a bucket like Cam Thomas does. And he does do it, bro, pretty damn good for his size and his stature. What happens is that you start to what you start to do, bro. It's like a short dude buying a big ass goddamn monster truck. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to compensate for something that you clearly don't have. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You clearly trying to compensate for, and this is what we try to tell a lot of the Cam Thomas hopefuls. That's going to be real, very, very sad in another 365 days. They're going to be real sad. They're going to have to pivot. They're going to have to pivot. They gonna get real emotional. They're gonna get real sad, and I'm gonna have to be the one to make the. I know you remember Get Rich or Die Trying. Majestic. Show no love.
Yeah.
Love to get you killed.
Oh man, but the free agency is crazy. But with this, with the way the teams are structured now, they're not trying to be in a position where they over that second apron and can't move players. That's
Exactly.
just not gonna happen.
Exactly. Because this is
It's
what
not
this
gonna
is. This is
happen.
what Boston found themselves in.
Yeah.
Because Brad Stevens said he was looking dead in the face of the second apron, and it's one of the reasons why the original owner flipped the team for 6.1 billion because he wasn't trying to cough that up. I mean, it is what it is. You have teams like the Warriors. with all the conglomerate that they made and they made for themselves in the NBA, they probably could afford to do it. But you know something is going on when the Lakers is selling their team. When the Bus family just sold the Lakers from 10 bill. And now you got these Clippers allegations about Kawhi taking money under the table.
Yeah,
Something is clearly going on, bro. This second apron,
it's killing teams.
it is.
It's killing
It
teams,
almost seemed like you got to win championships on with a totally budget roster.
and that's crazy because you're not. You're
The
not.
last team to do it was the Warriors when they first won the championship. Steph was making $9 million a year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think
I I
the
just
highest
can't.
paid player might have been Iggy, making 14.
Right. I just can't get over the fact that Cam Thomas didn't take that offer.
2 years 28 or 2 years 30, whatever.
Yeah, because I mean, I know it's not the bag he think he deserved, and he's probably gonna not be on this Nets team regardless because if
Right.
they only offered you 2 years, then that means you're not in the plan as they see it now.
Exactly.
As they
So,
see it right now, doesn't mean that you won't be able to
because
show.
if Jaeger start averaging 6 or 7 assists off of my MPJ shooting,
Yeah,
then
then you they expend you
yeah, your bottom line about how much how great how much money you're worth or your value
right as far as the team is concerned.
is basically chopped.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
I'm just saying that you take that $15 million. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't turn down $15 million. Man, I
look,
mean that's just me. I don't get it in this market right now. That might be considering that he was only making three.
I'm gonna charge my phone in a second, man, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
say this on my way out, man.
All right, go ahead.
The business of basketball rarely is beaten.
It's tough.
It's very rare to defeat the business of basketball,
Yeah,
especially when you don't have no leverage and you don't have no trophy case to show for it.
that's true.
Everything is incentive based in the CBA. If you do not have the incentives, if you do not meet the season award requirements or the top tens in this or the top tens in that to finish the year,
Yeah, you're not gonna get it.
there's nothing that these other teams are gonna do for you, bro. Breeze tried to make a whole thing about how a whole bunch of teams gonna have cap space next year. How many teams is out there blowing the bank, man, for a dude that they gonna clearly bring off the bench if they plan on competing?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. And even if I put my GM cap on, I'm not giving somebody $30 million a year to come off the bench.
No,
I'm sorry. I'm
no.
just sorry. I'm sorry.
You only yeah yes, and we did that once, and his name was Benjamin. He doesn't deserve another penny in this league ever. Anybody can quote me whatever you want to do. If you listening to this, Ben Simmons is part of the reason as to why the CBA is the way it is today.
You got a legitimate point there.
Because they seen what he was doing and they seen how he wasn't improving on this, that, and the third. Ben Simmons enjoyed the life that basketball brought him. Everything that he don't get me wrong, bro. He can go into a empty gym and run fives and run threes
They kill
all
it.
day. But when it comes to the bright lights, everything that made him good at basketball was made by God, by the hand of God. Everything.
He's just at the right place at the right
At the
time.
right place at the right time. He had the height, he had the speed, had the athleticism, and he had somewhat of the IQ as a passer. And when most of that died,
Right. That was it.
now Ben Simmons is no longer worth $40 million. Do I think MPJ is gonna get another $38 to $40 million contract? Hell no.
Hell no. Nope. He
It's
better
gonna be
enjoy
interesting,
this.
but it will be interesting to see how MPJ
responds to that.
plays
Yeah.
this year, because it's a lot of media that he coming out with. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of hoo ha and this, that, the workout videos, man. I'm a little bit over it. I'm ready for the season to start. Let me go charge my phone. I'm gonna get ready for some
All
foosball
right.
tomorrow.
Thanks, Leaf,
Yeah.
for being here.
Yep. Yeah, no
All
doubt.
right. Talk to you later.
Yep.
That was Leaf. Yeah. So clearly, yeah, that this CBA is forcing teams to take a second stand on things, I think like as a net fan, you know how I feel about Cam Thomas. He's like one of my dudes, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, but basketball is dirty when it comes to that money. It's clearly not the same. If you go back 5 years, it was different. But now with the CBA, it's just not working for players that don't produce, who ain't playing. Like you can't have. There's a lot of can't has. You could fit. I mean, clearly Cam got a skill level. Kaminga has a skill level. Josh Giddey got a certain skill level where they worth something. They worth a decent salary. But what I'm saying is to actually, especially somebody who it's just hard, man. You can't put a team into that second apron. You just can't. Teams cannot go into the second apron. Cannot. I mean, not you can't build a team in the second apron, leaving no wiggle room to actually give Cam a 4 year, say 20 million. He wasn't looking for 20 million. I don't think. I think he was looking for longevity. I think his thing was he wanted a 4 year contract. That's what I think. When it comes to Cam Thomas, that's what he wanted. I think 20 million would have did him right per season. That's 80 million for a year. I think he would have been good with that. I'm not in a negotiation with Cam Thomas money, but I could tell you one thing. Quest One thinks oh, my mic is too low. Okay. Thank you. How is it now? My mic is too low, he said. How's my mic now, Quest? I turned it all the way up, so it should be good. What's up, John? What's good? Yeah, John, you here?
Scott, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I heard some what you and Leaf were talking about. Restricted free agency is just a mess, no matter how you look at it. I mean, each one of these players thinks they should get $30+ million just because they might have had a few good moments here or there. But you look at the totality of each of these players. Have they done enough to warrant those types of contracts?
John keep going out. Okay. I don't know why John keep dropping out. But yeah, so yeah, John is right too, man. I mean, yeah, Quest, I got it though. Uh, yeah, that 30 million is a tough. It's tough to give players $30 million on a team that you rebuilding right now. I understand that MPJ making 38, But you got to remember, he's a veteran coming off a team, and the Nets had cap space, and they needed to bring in some veterans. So that's pretty much where the Nets are at. I don't believe they are going to take any of the contracts offered. Yeah, I don't believe that neither. I really don't. I don't think they're going to take. Still low. My mic is still low. Oh, I don't know why. Let me see. Let me see if my mic is on. See if I got the thing. Let me see. How is it now? All right, it should be better now. Testing 1 2. It should be way better. Way better. Should be way better now. Is it too low? Should be good now. Yeah. So. Uh, yeah. So. Yeah, I didn't think that contract that Cam got was, you know, a bad contract. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, let me see. NBA ball, UNC will think Luca and the Lakers can make it to the finals. Yeah, well, it depends. The Lakers needed a center, man. They center play is not good. Other than that, I mean, I think Luca is gonna have a great year. That's for sure. Luca's gonna have a great year. Luca's gonna have a great year. Watch. That's for sure. Other than that, well, the rest of the team is, uh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. But Luca's gonna be good. I think they said he lost weight. They said Luca lost about 10, 15 pounds. He should be good. Yeah. The free agency thing is terrible, man. The free agency thing is terrible. Yeah, that tier, that second tier is kicking teams' ass. But you got to remember, the players' union agreed to it. I don't know why. And you got players that took cuts. They took pay cuts, which is it's like somebody is going against a union job, and they decide to picket, and the other guys go across the picket line and take a pay cut and do the same job that somebody else was getting paid more for. Or you can look at the mess with the Clippers, and the Clippers getting paying people under the table to avoid the second apron. That's that's crazy. That's ludicrous when you think about it. That's crazy. I don't even know how the Clippers come back from that. How they how the organization come back from underhand paying. In that case, you got to look at all the teams and see exactly what they doing when it comes to paying the players. I can't mess with the free agency right now because it's not. Well, it's like most people say. There's uh 10 teams next year will have cap space to negotiate. And I think Cam Thomas and Kaminga and all the rest of the free agents looking for a contract will be in a better place next year. The question is, are you going to have a good year this year to show those teams that you worthy of 20, 30,000, 20 or 30 million a year? Because other than that, suppose you have a bad season. You took the qualifying offer and you stuck yourself, you know, being a bench player as far as some teams would, especially a good team, a team that has aspirations to go to the finals and put you on the roster. You're taking a chance. You're taking a chance. And the NBA is not in the business of empowering the players any more than what they are. They already, they're already empowered. So they don't want to empower nobody else. They just want it to be, the way it is. That they empowered themselves. These are the owners we talking about. The owners do not want to empower the players like they did before. If it's Cam's last year, I'm going to watch and enjoy every time he steps on the court. You got that right. You got that right, Quest One. Yo, Cam is my man. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I will miss him. I ain't gonna lie. It's exciting to see him play. Maybe because we kind of knew he was the underdog, and the team was kind of like in the shitter. The team's been in the shitter for the past year and 2 years, and expectations didn't reach. That's on Sean and them how they want to rebuild this team. But you definitely got to get young talent. So, and to go through another season of losing like we did this year, next again like we did last year, again this year, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow without seeing any kind of improvements with these rookies. It's going to be hard, real hard. It's going to be hard for me to sit down and watch it as a Net fan. As a Net fan, it'd be difficult. I personally would not even, I know it got to be hard on the coaches and the players. So, what are they gonna do it again? Do what they did last year? You already drafted 5 rookies, which is unheard of in the first round. So you got a bunch of players. What, you just wasted those picks? I would think that if you draft five players, at least two of them got to come out. They got to work somehow. They got to be on this team somehow, being productive. So yeah, so but think about it. How I wanted to talk a little bit about one thing, and I ain't gonna lie to you that it would probably be some controversial in a way, but the Clippers and the Kawhi Leonard type of underhand money that they were talking about. And listen, a lot of people, it wouldn't be in the media if there was some hard evidence about it. I don't think nobody's, and I'm quite sure he ain't the first, and I'm quite sure he won't be the last to get that kind of deal where it's under the table, because there's a lot of money to be made, and we also got gambling involved. And gambling is crazy now. These teams and the NBA in general are making money off of gambling now, where it doesn't matter if their rating is low. It's, you got these sports betting thing going on, and they generating money that way too. Look at FanDuel. I go on satellite TV, and I see FanDuel got TV channels, cable channels, satellite channels, and they covering all sports right now. So the money is there. The money is being, and you hear about it all the time. If you look at the news, and it's been out in the news where players, it wouldn't surprise me that this money is floating all kind of illegal ways around. It didn't. It's not a surprising thing. It's been going on for a while, but what I'm saying now, it's big money now, and the league is involved. The whole league. Yeah, yeah, he box office. Cam is definitely, Cam is definitely box office. Cam is definitely box office. Yeah, well, nobody saw the vision of the draft. I don't even know which direction the team is really going. The Nets is kind of like all over the place with all these players. I don't know which way they want to go. I have no clue on which way the team is going. No clue. I don't know which way the team is going. I don't know, whether the team is. I have no clue. I have no clue. I don't know. Sean drafted three point guards, or three potential point guards. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know which way he's going with it. Whether he's going to use some of it as trade bait. Some of them players are not going to even be on the team. They're going to be in the G League because you don't have room. If you look at the Nets roster, they got like 20 something players, 30 something, close to 30 players, I believe. They're going to do with 30 players. So I don't know the direction. I don't know what their angle is. It quite possibly can be trying to land Giannis, as far as I'm concerned, keeping cap space open, or Spider. Who knows? But that doesn't, when you think about it, all Sean is trying to do is keep space open just in case somebody pops up that he can trade or deal for. And he has enough young talent on the team to make a decision on who he wants to keep and who he want to let go. That's what I see. That's what I see. I don't see it no other way. John, you gonna try it again? What, man? Yo, John. John trying to get in, boy. I know he got a lot on his mind. Oh, oh yeah, right. Yeah, he would be on the Bucks. That would be a trade, but yeah, but they gonna have to give up some more of them draft picks too, because that's what Milwaukee want. But yeah, I can see that. Either way, Cam is not going to end up on a team like, say, for instance, the Lakers, where he probably can be beneficial to the Lakers, or say Dallas or something like that. John's connection is terrible. And it's just John because everybody else gets on, John. What's up with that? Everybody else get on but you. So I know it ain't my connection. Yeah, he probably, yeah, I'm telling you they're going, that was the whole purpose of them just giving them a 2-year contract. 2 years, and you know, with a team option. So they can have the option to move them wherever they wanted to move them. That was the purpose. So Cam probably feel like shit, man. I'm just gonna put the ball back in my court, and I don't take the extra $8 million or whatever. Tomorrow not promised, Cam. I know you know, you betting on yourself, and that's what you should do. But tomorrow's not promised because you still got to prove yourself on the court. So you can't go into the league, can't go in the game disgruntled and say, "Oh, you know what? These motherfuckers didn't give me my money. You know, they didn't give me no 4-year deal or nothing. I just wanted security. That's all. I ain't even want the big bag. I just wanted a 4-year deal." Say that's what I thought he might have been a little bit on the money, but more of the 4-year deal. Because if he had a 4-year deal, he had some security to it, like, he feel like, I know where my home is at now. But you took a you took a qualifying offer, and you took a couple of $1 million more, which was probably satisfying to you. There's a saying that you can't miss something you never had. So it ain't like he ever had $30 million a year contract. But he just wanted the security. And I can dig that. I can dig that. They didn't want to offer him that because they want to keep their options open. Because they don't know what's going to come up if they have to make a move. Spider's contract is up next year. They might take Spider. They might go for Spider. Ain't nobody talking about that. The point is, he fits on so many teams. Yeah, he would fit on. Listen, he definitely got a skill level that's worthy of. Listen, I don't want to let Cam Thomas go. Be honest with you, but what you gonna do? What you gonna do about that? The NBA is like I said, like my thumbnail say, this free agency is crazy, and teams be getting, and with this tier option, teams ain't trying to get into the second tier. Period. They leaving as much cap space open, and the Nets have got that position where they are one of very few teams that can, you know, negotiate a deal. So I can't blame Sean for that. even though I think his job is on the line. His job is definitely on the line. Cam is a D1 cash crash out, and we now know it. So Marks is the only one who doesn't know it. Yeah. I tell you one thing: if shit don't work out, Sean be gone. If one of these draft picks don't fan out and be what they supposed to be, we all look at what's called Igor because he's the eighth pick. He's picked in the top 10. So you took him over a couple of players that I thought you could have went for and probably been better off. But I mean, maybe Igor is exactly what we think he is. The Russian Magic Johnson. Because Magic wasn't a great scorer neither, but I mean, he was a great scorer, don't get me wrong, but Magic was skilled. He was a skilled player. Maybe he going to be a skilled player. I don't know. Today's skilled player. He's a good passer. So we'll see. We will see. I'll tell you one thing. That's why I'm kind of excited about this season. I have to take small things. I don't try to look at the big picture. As a Net fan, we can't look at the big picture. We have to look at small wins and small victories. Is this player developed? Is this player going to be? Is this player because clearly what the organization is trying to do is get that one hit, that one player that will change the face of this team, to change the direction of this team and have it go up. Because if you figure if you can get 26 wins with G League players, with what what Jordy got out of these players that he got now, if you add two pieces to this team, you should be able to get close to 40 to 50 wins. Easy. It's not a great despair between last and the middle of the pack. If they can get into the middle of the East, especially the Eastern Conference, if you go out west, that's different. You really got to put a team together. You got to put a team. You got to have a great team with those teams out there, man. Because they got a lot of skilled players out west. But when you look in the East, not to say that the East don't have skilled players, it's just different. It's just different. You have more weaker teams in the East, so you can get into the middle of the pack. And I always say, if you can get in the middle of the pack, you got a shot. Look at Indiana. Indiana wasn't, you know, the second half of the season though. They came out after the All Star break. They were on fire. They were on fire. They were a team though. They had team concept. It took half a season to get it going, but they got it going. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. I like him. Hey, maybe Sean sees something in him that we just don't see. I'm telling you. I'm just saying. It's just something that he sees something in him. It's not like teams say he's bad, but they just felt that he would have went in the middle of the first round. But you know, they say he can't. His shooting got to come along, but it don't seem like he's a bad shooter. He has the form. We know he can pass. We know he's 6'8", 6'9", 6'8", 6'9". So he's lengthy. He could dribble. He could run the floor. I don't know. I don't know. He looked different going to the basket than, say, for instance, my man Cam Thomas. Cam is going to lay it. Eagle going to buff it. He's going to put that. He's going to put his hand in the rim, through the rim, because he don't have that. It's a different type of player, and he does it with ease. It seemed like it. Getting to the basket is different. I think Cam is a skilled player to get to the basket. That's why I'm surprised they didn't offer him a little more or offer him that amount, but instead of just giving him 15, just give him 18, 19 per year for 4 years and offer him a 4-year contract. Because I think he would have went for that because he would have been here. And at the end of that contract, he would have been about 27, 28. So if you look at Cam Johnson's career, he got his bag when he was 28. The Nets gave him a bag and didn't trade him. So that's where I go with that. I don't see no other reason why the Nets couldn't offer Cam Thomas, say for instance, 19 million. Well, look at Jonathan Kaminga. In case of Jonathan Kaminga, they offered him how much? 20? Was it? Or Josh Giddey? They offered him 80 million for 4 years. I don't know why he didn't take it. It wasn't like he got a laundry list of first team NBA or anything like that. So why he didn't take that deal? I think what it is players have a particular team and concept in their mind where they want to go to play, like where and who they want to play with. So the way team skills, the way they play the offense and defense and how they play. I think sometimes players, if to me, reaching too much, they reaching for something I don't know what the hell they reaching for because it's not a guarantee that you can win a title, even on a team that's a playoff team. You could be a playoff team and not, oh, that team ain't gonna go to the finals. Only 2 teams go to the final every year. So you do the math. How many teams is in the NBA? And you can have a great season and get bumped. Doesn't mean, your aspirations to be in the finals. If any player tell you they don't have aspirations to being in the finals, then what the hell you doing in the NBA, man? As a competitor. That's the biggest stage you can ever be on. You know? I look at a lot of basketball and I don't even see other teams or other players as much as I want to because there's so much basketball. Think about it. But if you get to the finals, everybody gonna see you. everybody gonna everybody gonna know who you are. That increase your brand as a player. That increase your visibility. If you have a great finals, shit, that gives you opportunity to make money outside of basketball. Because it's only a finite amount of time when you're in the NBA. 10 years go by real fast. It's not like a job like us commoners and us fans do. where we work someplace for a long period of time and get to another, that's not how it works for them. How it works for them is they invest in their body and then it takes time to, it takes that short period of time that you have in the NBA. LeBron is an anomaly to this whole shit. LeBron is a fucking gym rat. And I don't know if these guys are, and I'm not talking about a gym as in just playing, working on your shooting and your defense. I'm talking about weights. He in the gym, hard body. That's LeBron James. But the rest of the team, the rest of the free agents, this is not the year for it. This is just not the year for free agents. So, well, I don't know what to say about these free agents. I don't know what to say about, you know, the way these teams and how this money is flowing under the table with the Kawhi Leonard thing. It's just bad. It's just not. It season ain't even starting. We already getting bullshit. it ain't even. It ain't even. It ain't even start, and we got a lot of stuff going on. I just don't think they understand that that was something your players union negotiated with the owners, and it fucked you when as far as money is concerned. Cam Thomas is in that realm where it's just not the right time. It's just not. And Jonathan Kaminga and Josh Giddey. Well, Josh Giddey got offered, I thought, and be honest with you, was pretty good. I mean, 20 million a year is not 30, but it's not 15. It's not 10. It's not what you was making before. I think he was making, how much was he making? Let me see. Josh Giddey. Let me bring it up. Let's bring it up. Let's bring up Josh Giddey's number. Here you go. Josh Giddey salary. I want to get his real salary. Oh, he was offered an $88 million contract, approximately 88 million. So what he wanted was $120 million for 4 years. Now, Josh Giddey is a good player. He's a decent player. I'm not saying that he's not. What I'm saying about Josh Giddey is if Cam Johnson got 100 million, but he been to the finals on a team and he was an instrumental player off the bench, how would you say Josh Giddey is instrumental on teams that have not succeeded in the playoffs or just barely, where you was good, but you wasn't. And he ended the season last year pretty good. 120 million. I don't know, Josh. If he doesn't sign that 88 million that they offered him, he'll get the qualifying offer of 11. So that might be the move that most of these teams, most of these players are doing. Most of these players are going to take the qualifying offer because nobody else has money, nobody has space, and they're not going over the second apron. So that's that's pretty much where it's at. It's stuck with that. So there's no wiggle room for these players right now. So, which means that if you look at it, that means that free agency is going to be the wild, wild west when it do go down. That some teams have some money and space, and the Clippers fucked up the under table money, so because they got caught, which probably been going on, but now it's just not going to happen now. So I don't know what to tell you. It's hard. It's rough. It's hard being a pimp. It's rough right now for these players. So all right, they're gonna stick with what they know. They're gonna stick with the Bulls offered him 88 million over 4 years, which averaged to about 22 million per year. I would say that's on a little low side, but it ain't ridiculously low because I wouldn't have gave him much more even if I had cap space. I wouldn't have gave him no $100 million. Let's put it that way. Maybe 25, but not 30. $30 million a year, $120 million for. I mean, come on, Josh. Come on, Josh. Come on, Josh. For real. Come on, man. Come on, man. Really? Let me see. Let me can I blow this up a little bit? Let me see. They offered him uh oh man. They offered Josh Giddey's salary depends on whether he signs with the qualifying offer on a new long-term contract with the Chicago Bulls as of September 20th. He's offered 4-year contract for approximately 88 million. He was looking for 120. Wow. Wow, Josh, you turned that down? I don't know, man. I don't know, Josh. You make Cam Thomas what he turned down look like peanuts. You made it look like Cam Thomas did the right thing by turning down $15 million this year. That's what you made it look like. Let's see what Jonathan Kaminga's salary is and what he's asking. Um, Jonathan Kaminga salary. Okay. Let me bring it up. See if you can see this. Take a look at it. Let me just bring it up. Let me enlarge it. Jonathan Kaminga's a forward for the Golden State Warriors entering 2016. He is expected to play under upcoming season on a 1-year qualifying offer worth 7.9 million. Here are Jonathan Kaminga's past salaries. Okay. All right. The Warriors reportedly offered Kaminga a 2-year, $45 million deal, but the negotiations stalled over the inclusion of a team option for the second year, which Kaminga opposed. According to news reports from September 2025, he's reportedly seeking an average annual salary of $25 million. After the 25 season, Kaminga is set to become an unrestricted free agent. Everybody is doing that. Every player that's due for a contract and they in their final year, that's an unrestricted free agent right now. They taking the qualifying offer, or they're gonna have to, or they all moving to take it to stay out of a team option. They want the control of their own movement. And we really can't blame them for that. We really can't. You really can't blame them for, you know, you really can't blame them. Yeah. So, okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this show. It was nice. It was nice being here. Let me get out of this. All right. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out. It's Parliament Gamer and more. Brooklyn Nets Stoop Edition. Thank you. Later, peace. Peace.